Hello everyone, we're here for the Steel Edge Sunwalker deck, taking on the Life Gambler Sunwalker deck. Yes, the first mirror match in MonTac history. Both players have had a substantial amount of time to prepare, and yet the most worrisome thing about this is the Steel Edge player has no idea he's taking on Sunwalkers, and he's a little bit, I feel like he's going to be very shocked. Gonna go through in the class roll. See who can. He's gonna start this off. Looks like it's gonna be Life Gamblers. Yep, Life Gamblers gonna start this off. Starting off with the cutting of the decks. Keep it professional here. Yep, they're filling their hands. At this point, they get to decide how many cards they're going to put back. The right player is the Life Gambler Sunwalkers, and the left player is the Steel Edge Sunwalkers.
Oh, it's still up there. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We got this thing. We'll use that instead of.
Just making their final decisions now. Steel Edge, they're very good at getting a lot of high-powered monsters very quickly. They actually hold the record for the highest power in this game at one point, which is about 46,000. Keep in mind, a Class 6, usually the best in someone's deck is about 1,800.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That'd be pretty sick. If you had, if you could...
Life Gamblers are really good because they bring back their cards very quickly, and the relationship between the superior ace and the inferior ace is quite devastating. Also mentioning the supportive jack, that comes into it, adding a tactical from either player's perish pile to hand. Very devastating in fact. Excuse me there.
Off the bat.
So he's going to start with a star hand, rolling a 4. For every card he adds to his hand from his deck, his enemy gains 1 health point. He's rolled a 4,
5. You drew a 5. Yeah.
which means he can only play cards with a class of 4 or lower. So he's starting off with a class 1, of course. And he's added 5 cards. Right, so Steel Edge start with a massive advantage. However, depending on the cards gained by the Life Gamblers, that advantage could be turned right on its head. Okay, Lucky 135 has been played. What this card does is it allows you to add a card from your deck to your hand and play it, regardless of the class rolled. So the great thing about this is that even if you roll a really low number, in this case it's just a 4, so it's not too bad, but you can play a class 6, no problem. The only condition is that it cannot attack, or it cannot perish either, so it's a very safe card, but you do have to give up the first turn for attacking on that. Of course, this is the first turn of the game, so you can't attack anyway. Steel Edge player is just reading the card. It is a blue diamond, which means that it can only be played on your own turn. So he goes Superior Ace straight off the bat, just like I said. Life Gamblers in force. It feels like I don't think he wants to give away that he's using Sunwalkers yet. He wants to keep the Steel Edge player right on his toes. He's just explaining its effects. Basically, its specialty. What it does is when it's played from the perish pile, it gains 200 points until it perishes, and if it has inferior ace in the perish pile, when it is played, it gains another 200 points. Currently, it's at 1,600. Alright, so Sunwalkers have rolled a 6 for their turn. They can play basically any card. Oh, Star Hand! They both have a Star Hand in their opening hands. No wonder that Sunwalker player, the Steel Edge, didn't seem so worried. But is he going to take as many cards as the Life Gambler did? 2... 3 cards. Okay. He's playing it very cautious.
So the more health points I give you, the better advantage you have.
My strategy is always just taking out every single monster, so health points don't really
matter. That's true.
Not to. I mean, you can still aim for that goal if you're just trying to brutalize. That's true.
Steel Edge are all about making their monsters in their perish pile become synergies, and that can contribute to power levels. Synergies are basically the monsters that they require conditions to be played. You'll see that on the other side of the field there. They have the gold star in the corner. Alright, so he's playing 3. Oh, he's... okay. Steel Edge have not come to just play around. They're coming in force, and you think he's... yeah, he's looking at his asset pile. That's all his synergies he's just picked up. He's got a 1600 Steel Edge, a 1400 Sunwalker, and a 700 Angel, who just gave him 5 health points because he has 5 cards in his asset pile. They reach 15 health. That is the max you can hit. So even if you are given more health, it just won't be given to you. So he's going to start off. What's he going to do?
We're going to use his special ability.
He's going to use Steel Edge, Axe Head Creature specialty to sacrifice another monster in play and gain its power. So he goes up by 1400, reaching 3000, easily taking down the 1600 Superior Ace. And now the Angel that he's just played that gave him health can hit him for 1 health point. Now bringing him back down to 7. Very aggressive start by the Steel Edge player. He's got a 3000 monster and another monster that gives him health every single turn. It's a very good first turn. Okay, they're gonna roll for the life gambler's gonna roll. He rolls a 5. What's he gonna do with the 5? He's playing Lady Luck. What this card does is during your class roll stage, you can determine the roll and change it. So he's going to make it a 6. So it allows him to play basically any card that he should wish.
So made a 6. I'm going to start... yeah. Actually, I guess I'm
Just figuring out what he's gonna do. He's got 5 cards in hand. At the end of your turn, at the end of every player's turn, both players refill their hands till they hold 5 cards. If you hold more, then you don't draw any. So you start with a Life Gambler Debt King at 1400. It looks like he's gonna try and get rid of the Health Angel, Medicine Angel Elizabeth to be exact, so that there's no more extra health given. But now he's staring down the barrel of a Steel Edge Axe Head Creature at 3000. Still at 3000, which is unusual for this game. Most power-ups only last until the end of the turn, but that 3000 monster there is quite an obstacle. Steel Edge have now played Mono Blader, Steel Edge Mono Blader, that counts as a synergy as soon as it perishes, and Sunwalker Pyro Squire. Good, they're both. Okay, so he's taken away health points. He's put the Life Gambler Sunwalkers back to 5.
You're going to do like some big turn to just wipe it. I'm scared.
It does not look good for the Life Gamblers here. He's rolled a 3.
I'm going to play... Life Gambler Supporting Jack. Okay.
Supporting Jack. By sacrificing itself, it can gain a health point to the Life Gamblers and then add a Perish Tactical to their hand. So that puts them up to 6. It's a little bit of a reassurance that they won't get wiped out.
Oh, there's another one I could use. Oh, no. I'll just go Lady Luck.
I knew it.
Yeah, that was a bad move, but yeah.
So he's added Lady Luck back to his hand. Okay. Seems he must have misplayed in the last turn and he wishes to redo it. Although it's too late to play her, he'll have to wait another turn before doing anything. The real question is he going to play any of the monsters? Or anything, really. Can he really? Still deciding.
Oh, I really am. Yeah, okay. It is your go.
He just passed. Okay, it's just going back to the Steel Edge play. He's got 3 monsters go. They can each take away a health point. That'll put Life Gamblers on 3 health points. 12 health points behind. As soon as you hit 0, it's over. As soon as you hit 0 or lose all your monsters, or ability to lose any play any monsters, it is over. He's hitting for 2. He doesn't want to attack with his big monster though, because he's afraid that... It looks like he's afraid of Life Gamblers having something. Once again, the Life Gambler player... Oh, he's using Lady Luck. Lady Luck is played. He's just made it 6. And he's starting with Blackjack Dragon Synergy because he has Superior Ace and Debt King in his Perish pile. He can play it. It's a 3,000 monster, only lasts 2 turns. But it has a very valuable specialty, which allows him to sacrifice another Superior Ace in play. And when it next perishes, that Blackjack Dragon can be played and it gains 500 points on the very next turn after it perishes. And he's still inspecting it, and he's put it down now. Here we go. Oh, here we go. He's just put down Superior Ace. He's used the specialty. So when he next perishes, he can be brought back in the next turn with an extra 500 power. And guess what? Now, because he's not worried about dying, perishing rather, he can go straight into that 3,000 monster. Life Gambler's still deciding. Is he gonna... He's just revealed it! He's just revealed it! He got Sunwalkers! He's just put it... Oh my gosh. Steel Edge is in shock. He doesn't know what is going on. He did not expect this. He thought it was just going to be something like a Life Gambler Dragon deck or anything else. No, he's never played against Sunwalkers. This is quite the surprise. So he's got the Gemini there, Inferno Gemini. Its specialty, when it takes on a monster whose original power was higher, it reaches 3,500 from its 1750. And Draco Fist, the one closest to this to us, is 1100, class 4, and it can reach 1400, which is the only one you command. Man. Steel Edge. I didn't see this. Okay. He's just asking about his specialty, what he does. I mean, he should know it, eh?
I will...
Okay. So he's starting with Blackjack Dragon to attack the Steel Edge Axe Head creature, where they will both perish because of the same power level. Here we go.
Yeah. That's why I'm annoyed. I'm like...
Still trying to figure it out.
But there is some... Oh, I don't want to do that, do I? Nah, yeah, alright, I'll take it.
He's going to take it. They're both gone. They're just both gone. Okay, it looks like the Sunwalkers, the Life Gambler Sunwalkers, is going to clean up the rest. Massive advantage. They are down in health points, but at the end of the game, at the end of the day, rather, you run out of monsters, it's over. So it looks like Life Gambler's going for monsters, while Steel Edge are looking for getting rid of their health points. Sunwalkers rolled a 3. The Steel Edge. 3 or lower. They can only play Pyroscope. Oh! Sunwalker's sacrifice! He just ended the turn! You can only end the turn after the other guys played at least 1 card. But what this does is it gives Life Gambler an extra 2 health points, bumping them back up to 6. And it leaves the Steel Edge very vulnerable here. They can't play any more monsters. They've only got 1 on the board, and it's a class 1 at 200 points, taking on a 1100 and a 1750. There's no way. There's no way they can handle. And now the Steel Edge player realizes that this is a full Life Gambler Sunwalker deck. Okay, goes back to the Life Gamblers, and they rolled a 3. Oh yes, of course, the Blackjack Dragon was supposed to come back in that last turn, so this will be its last turn now at 3,500. Can the Steel Edge avoid taking health point damage here? At least too much.
Sacrifice a health point.
And 2 Sunwalkers.
Yep, 2 Sunwalkers go to the Perish pile.
Also, with the whole playing the first card thing, you don't have to. As in,
so he's using Sunwalker's security by sending 2 Sunwalkers from the deck to the Perish pile. He's going to protect his Pyro Squire. This is quite... He's being very protective of his health points here. It will cost him a lot, though, to do this. He's just put 2 down.
Shuffle that.
Oh, yes.
And he forgot to shuffle. Alright, so he's going to lose a health point because of that. But it will be worth it because he's avoided taking 2 health point damage. Once again, once you hit 0, it's over.
That means he's on 0. He has
Yeah,
no
pretty much.
power.
He's negatives.
But that's fine.
So until the end of the turn, that Pyro Squire cannot perish, and so none of the monsters can get rid of him. So the Blackjack Dragon runs out of timing, goes to the perish pile. It can't use Specialty again because it didn't sacrifice again. So now it goes to Steel Edge Sunwalkers, and they've rolled a 4.
Right. So,
They're in a bit of a bind here.
right. So,
I mean, it's pretty obvious, but
yeah. Okay.
Both monsters in play are higher than his. Okay, so we've got Steel Edge Slicer Kid. That's where the Steel Edge is kicking in here. This is the main component to the playmaking in the Steel Edge deck.
I know this guy's.
it was just until the end of the turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Read it.
Oh,
No.
the Steel Edge player didn't realize the security was just until the end of the turn. He thought it was for the rest of the game.
So is he back to?
That is funny.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay.
He now has at 200 points. And,
Okay.
Okay.
So he's got Slicer Kid there at 1100 points.
so much.
Most interesting thing is that Slicer Kid needs to be in the perish pile for it to really kick in and do its best work. Is he going to bring in a synergy here? It looks like he's going to bring in... Looks like he's eyeing at Sunwalker Magma Champion, and because he has Sunwalker Draco Fist and Sunwalker Blaze Minotaur in the perish pile, he can play it. Its specialty is when it's the only monster you command, its power reaches 5,000. It's a 2,500 monster originally, which means that if he attack... Oh, he's going to use Slicer Kid with an 800 power mono mace. Yeah, that'll reach him 1,900, and the Gemini can't use it because the original power of Slicer Kid is below him. He's still got... Yeah.
I think it just doesn't say until the end of the turn.
That's right. It says at the
So the mono mace is permanent. He's a 1,900 monster permanently.
Blackfire.
The Slicer Kid is.
And
Continue.
So he's going to get Magma Champion, and then the Pyro Squire is going to take another health point. Sheesh. He's reversed that within 1 turn. Very well done. The Synergy Magma Champion only has 3 turns,
don't say that, 'cause you're
and when it's by itself, it's at 5,000. But originally it's only 2,500 by itself when it's with others. So, life gambles roll a 5. Looking through his perish pile. Has he got a supportive jack? He must. There's no way he would... No, he's looking for synergies, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing so far.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
He's either got, I think he's got either a supportive jack or a synergy in play that he's going to try and get out.
What are you gonna play?
Steel Edge definitely has the advantage here.
I'm gonna go Inferior Ace.
Oh, he's got Inferior Ace. It's going to sacrifice itself. You lose the life gamble will lose a health point, but it can play Superior Ace from your perish pile. Now, Superior Ace's specialties, both of them will kick in. He'll gain 200 twice, so he'll go to 2,000 on his own. And he's got a Blaze Minotaur. Blaze Minotaur, when the enemy has 3 monsters in play, Blaze Minotaur goes to 2,000 points as well. So he's got 2 2,000 point monsters. It's not enough to take out the synergy, but it will clear out that Pyro Squire and Slicer Kid, as long as there's nothing that can be used to undo it. Is he going to do anything else?
Alright, so I'll go.
Alright, so he's going into the conflict stage. Blaze Minotaur is going to take out... No, Superior Ace is going to take out Slicer Kid. And no challenge there. Superior Ace is... Blaze Minotaur will take out the Pyro Squire. And now it's just left with the synergy. Now it goes back, and they both refill their hands. He rolls a 3. Last turn of that Magma Champion. And now the Magma Champion's at 5,000 points because it's the only one in play.
That's true. So much, but
That means he can take out any of them. Only one, though. Can only attack once.
change 3.
Is he going to play anything else? If he does, its power will instantly go back down to 2,500.
This one's a yes.
Sunwalkers do have, the Steel Edge, have a lot of health points here, so it's really not a large problem. Really, they could just play recklessly here and take out either the Superior Ace or the Minotaur. Actually, the Minotaur's only 1400 now because there's only one monster on the enemy side. So really, I would, the best thing is to take out that Superior Ace.
What was that? What was it?
It's whatever you want it to be.
You know what?
It won't be 2000 in his first turn, though.
That's right, but on your turn...
Steel Edge is still deciding whether they want to play anything else. The real question is, do you go for playing another monster so that you're not left defenseless? Or do you just go go full recklessness and try to just blast? Oh, okay, he's playing... Oh my, he's got a Steel Edge Blitz Magnum.
So, he's back to 2-5, he's on 2.
So Steel Edge Blitz Magnum is 2,000 points. So he's got the 2500, take out that one. And his Blitz Magnum going to take out the Minotaur. Basically what Blitz Magnum does, he takes out Minotaur, is after the first turn, the second, third, and fourth, and for wherever it goes on, it only lasts 4 turns, but every time it gains 500 power for every Perish synergy in both players combined. So currently, he might be 6,000 now. He went from 2,000 to 6,000. I think that's right.
Wait. Oh no, I already used this ability.
Yeah. So he's taken down the Life Gambler board. It's unfortunate, but it is not the end of the game. They've still got 4 health points left. They could really take it. They could take a full 3. They could take 3 monsters at the same time, and they would still keep going. However, the advantage is very clearly in the favor of the Steel Edge.
And he's there for 3 more turns. So yours, right?
Yes, he is. I'm gonna play.
Alright, so Life Gamblers are going to play a Pyro Squire and a Blackfire Bronco. They're just good fodder. Basically, what the Pyro Squire does is when it's shuffled back into your deck, you can add 700 power up to 2 Sunwalkers in play until the end of the turn, and the Blackfire Bronco does the same thing except only adds 300 and only to 1 monster. So
So now his power will be at it'll be at 8,000.
Blitz Magnum's at 8,000 at the moment. The synergy on the Steel Edge synergy's at 8,000. Quite a difference. But this is the 3rd turn of it being in play.
Nothing. I've gotten up to 45k.
Yeah, I guess if you can get like 15, holy moly.
You really couldn't predict this.
Like, can you imagine 2 Steel Edge decks versus each
other? That's so bad.
He's only rolled a 1, so he can't really play much. He's just going to attack, okay. Takes out Blackfire Bronco. He's giving it... Yes, he's giving it back to the Life Gamblers, who have only rolled a 1 again. Oh, this isn't good, but this is the last turn of that Steel Edge synergy.
So now he'd be up to it was 45 again under the 95, so he's 14k.
14k, that Steel Edge Blitz Magnum is on. It's on 14,000. On its very last turn in play, it's at 14,000, and it goes back to the Steel Edge player, and now Blitz Magnum's gone. Off to the side, the Steel Edge player has a number of synergy cards. Basically, monsters he's turned into synergies, or synergies that have perished, and that'll come in later, as their apex depends on it. Okay. He's rolled a 2. He's 14 health, so really he could just let this go, but it looks like he's going to decide to play something. He's only rolled a 2.
We could do that.
2 or below, he can only play that.
I'm going to play Last Call.
He's playing Last Call. When you have 5 or more synergy monsters in your Perish pile, you can play a synergy from your Perish pile. It loses 1,000 points, and it loses 1 time, which means it takes away 1 turn from it. But it does get to play again. So that Blitz Magnum will be at 13k and last another 3 turns.
You're right, but I do have little plans.
I'm not sure why he. Oh, is he playing another? What's he got? What's he? There's no way he's gonna play another Blitz Magnum. There's no way he's not gonna bring out 2. Because if he does that, then holy. He put up 2. He's got 2 in there. He's going for health points. He's definitely going to go for health points. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so he's got 2 attacks going in. Takes away a health point. Now Life Gamblers are on 3 health. And both of those Blitz Magnums get another attack before they go.
Good draw.
I thought your reaction to it is like...
So Life Gamblers roll. They've rolled a 6. Okay, this is a great start. They just need to figure out a way to avoid getting crushed.
So 13.
Money or loss, really. So he was at 13, and then he got whatever.
13.
So that one that was brought back,
45. So he's 17.5.
17,500. That one that was brought back, and the other one
6-5.
is 6,500.
6-5, 17. Let's go.
Steel Edge is very confident here. But the problem is he has brought out 2 massive synergies, and while they're great, they're usually only used when you really need them. And using it to kill a Pyro Squire is, well, I mean, as long as he gets the results, that's what matters, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just checking like.
Okay. Life Gamblers are in a bit of an issue here. How do they? They can really just outlast them,
Okay. No, I
but they're losing precious monsters with every point. Okay, supporting Jack, I believe. Sacrifice himself, gives themselves another health point. Very helpful. What's he gonna? What tactical is he gonna bring back?
Here's the thing: you won't gain any health points from it.
Oh, because I'm at
He's bringing back Star Hand. So what Star Hand will do is for every card. Oh, he's playing a Sunwalker's Revival. By discarding 1 card, you can shuffle up to 2 Sunwalkers from your Perish pile back into your deck.
Actually, that kind of works.
And so Star Hand's being played. How many cards is he going to add?
And yeah, okay, so shuffle 2 back in.
He adds. I think he's going to add 5 cards. But the problem is, of course, Steel Edge will go to 15, but the other 4 cards won't matter because his health points are already at 15. That's the max. You can't go any 4. So he's got 4 free cards out of that play. And he's rolled a 6, so it's a great time to have a lot of cards in their hand. He's got a full open board. He can play whatever he needs. He might do synergy. Not sure what he's going to do.
Alright. Yes, it is your turn.
Alright.
I rolled a 6, so I have unchecked possible.
Options are all there. Anything can be there.
It's just, how do I kill that thing? That's the problem.
Indeed.
That is the problem.
Those things. Good sir.
I'm going to play Inferno Gemini.
Inferno Gemini, okay.
Next, I'm going
Oh, okay. Okay.
to Sunwalker Sacrifice.
I don't know why you play a Class 6. Really, because that's a very valuable card to be out there.
Below, back to the deck.
He's using Sunwalker's Revival, I believe he just played. And by discarding the Sunwalker Security, he's put 2 cards from his Perish pile, the same play.
Oh yeah, that part I forgot.
And they'll add 1,400 to that Gemini because there were 2 Pyro Squires put back.
Revival.
So you hit 3,150.
I dropped the security.
So wait, how come he goes up?
Gemini got powered up. He's explained the Pyro Squires did it.
Oh yes. No.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So even with that power up, it's nothing compared to the power level of those 2 Steel Edge Blitz Magnums. But I feel like the Life Gambler player has something else in store. So he's rolled a 6.
You say that.
Is he going to do anything?
And it's your go.
He just passed. He just gave it to the other guy. What's he going to do? Is he banking on... He's rolled a 6 too. Blitz Magnum. The Steel Edge player has rolled a 6. They could play anything. They could absolutely blitz it.
So this is his last turn.
This is it. He's only got 4 health points here. The max they could do in this is probably about 3.
So what we're gonna do?
So what's he going to play?
We are going to.
He's going to use... What's he going to use? He's rolled a 6 for anything.
That's the incomplete synergy you need.
And we're here.
Yeah.
Okay. He's still deciding what he's going to do.
Incomplete
It's incomplete synergy. Oh, Sunwalker Sacrifice played! Ends the turn! Oh, he's just saved his Gemini there, and that makes both of those Blitz Magnums basically redundant. They won't get to attack at all. So he's still asking about if he can still get the incomplete synergy to work. Yep, it's all good to go. So he brings out Impervious Gemini. He only had half the condition fulfilled, so by sacrificing a health point, you can bring out the synergy. Oh, if he'd used that, what Impervious Gemini does is that synergy you try to bring out is Impervious Gemini. What it does is it halves the power of any monster in play, and should it perish, the enemy has to discard their hand. And if he had gotten that to go off, it would have been over. It would have been a very, very detrimental loss. So it's going to go back to the Life Gamblers, and they gain another 2 health points. That brings them right back out and shuts down.
You're right, your turn is the last turn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And the Steel Edge player has just realized that Blitz Magnum will be gone at the end of the Life Gambler's turn.
And I can't allow him to get rid of my hand.
So yeah.
I designed the card.
So he does have to still deal with that Impervious Gemini. He doesn't even really need to attack the Blitz Magnum because it's going to be gone at the end of the turn anyway. He won't be able to go for health points, but right now it seems he's just going to go for monsters. Okay, Blaze Minotaur he's going to apply pressure here. Sunwalker's Revival. He's going to send the Blackfire Bronco and the Pyro Squire to add 1,000 to both the Minotaur and the Gemini. So he's got a 2750 Gemini and a 2400 Minotaur. Both are stronger than that Impervious Gemini, so as long as you can shut that down and get rid of it before its specialty can go off, then they should be fine. So he's just used the Sunwalker's Revival. And, yep, so he's going to go with Minotaur. He's going to use Minotaur to take out the Gemini. He's going to go Inferno Gemini, take out that Impervious Gemini. 2750 should beat that 2050. Can he stop the attack? Steel Edge, they only have 1 synergy left now. They've used a lot of their synergies, and now it's gone.
Damn.
They're in a bit of a tough spot here. And as soon as the Life Gamblers end their turn, they just did. Only 1 synergy left for the Steel Edge. Doesn't mean it's over, it just means they're at a large disadvantage. He used the Sunwalker's Last Resort, and when it's drawn, he can put it at the bottom of the deck if he wishes.
Except I don't
And he's
have
just done that.
They're all tacticals.
In your perish pile.
Yeah.
You can use it on self.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's right. So I'll take these 2. Would its effect still count?
So the Steel Edge player is making more synergies.
As
it doesn't mean they have to.
Using Slicer Kid, he's made another
That's right.
few synergies.
12.
But is he going to bring out that Apex? It's Steel Edge Blitz Kaiser. When both the Blitz Magnums have gone down, Blitz Kaiser comes in and requires them to be both gone. It's a 4,000 monster, so it doesn't seem impressive, but it can attack twice. That's right, twice, and it sticks around until the end of the game. So he has to deal with a 4,000 monster that can attack twice. However, you don't have to attack twice, but if you do, Blitz Kaiser goes down by 500 points every time.
Yeah, you're sending a lot to the parish pile.
But if you don't, you've just got a 4,000 monsters that's there until the end of the game.
Okay.
Timer removed, which means that he no longer has to worry about it running out of time.
What's he on now?
Just 1750.
1750, and he's still on that. 14.
Okay, so starting off with Steel Edge, they rolled a 6, so they can play basically anything. Lance Lizardman, when there are 5 or more synergies in your parish pile, its power becomes 2,000. Okay, so he's got another Gemini, and they've just cleared the board there. Very good.
That ends my turn.
Okay, so the dice didn't work there. Okay, they're rolling again. Oh, got a 6. Alright.
You look like a cheat. You really did.
Hold on now.
So, Life Gamblers, they've rolled a 6.
Oh god.
They can play basically anything.
Let me see.
What are they going to start off with? What do you do here? He's looking at his Blackjack Dragon, so it's perish, but he could do something with it, I guess. Life Gamblers do bring back their monsters a lot. He's looking at his asset pile. Is he going to finally play his, second synergy. Oh, he's going inferior ace.
And then I'm gonna play. No, fuck it. That was a terrible idea.
What's he gonna do?
Stuff that. Anyway.
Hang on. What's going on?
That was such a bad play. It doesn't matter.
The inferior ace can bring out that superior ace from the perish pile. He is. I think that's what he's doing. He's gonna bring out superior ace. He goes to 2,000 because of its specialty. Lifeline Ensemble, which means when he brings back a life gambler, he can bring back another life gambler. That's class 3 or below, and he brings back supporting Jack.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Cannot escape.
But what card's he going to take? That's the real question here, folks. He's bringing it, but where's he? He's not looking through. He's going to the Steel Edge Perish Pile. He's not looking through his own, because it doesn't say it has to be your own Perish Pile. It can be your enemies.
That's ridiculous.
Oh no. But what could he take?
What is this?
Okay, let me have a look.
There's no, I mean, what really could you, there's not much. I know they're both Sunwalkers, but is there really a lot you could do? What do you take? What do he took incomplete synergy. Oh, because he's going to sacrifice a health point, he can bring back synergy, he's only half fulfilled. Oh no. Impervious Gemini. He's got his own Impervious Gemini. He selects the Lance Lizardman. Lance Lizardman will be at 1,000 points now. Should it perish, Sunwalkers, the Steel Edge, have to discard their entire hand of 5 cards. That's 5 cards out of a 30-card deck. That's 1/6 of a deck gone. As long as he can get this to actually go through and kill it. And that selects it. And as soon as, at any point, does that monster perish. It's not just for the turn, it's just until the end of the game, should that monster perish. And they have to discard their entire hand. Oh my gosh. He discard Tacticalism too. I mean, you couldn't really use it, but I think just the idea of seeing it gone. Oh no. He's got Life Gambler Superior Ace, whose power will reach 2,000, and because it's not the original power, the original power is 1,600, it's lower than the Gemini, he can get rid of that last Gemini and leaves the board wide open. Goes back to the Steel Edge. Steel Edge now have the turn. They got to deal with this Gemini and this Superior Ace at 2,000. He's rolled a 2, not very promising. But what can he do here? He's looking through his Perish Pile. I think he's trying to get ready for his Apex to make its debut.
You could just wait till he's waited out, but then again, if I use the specialty again...
Yeah, I don't, no, I'm not gonna do that.
What's he gonna do here?
Okay, so I rolled a blank too. Okay.
So he's got 14 health. He could really just wait till that Impervious Gemini is gone. What does he do?
Alright.
What do you do in this situation? You've got a card that can make you... It can make any card, any monster you play, halve its power and then force it to, if it should perish, make you discard your hand, and it can keep doing it. It only lasts for 4 turns, so this is the second turn of that Gemini being in play. But that means it has another turn where it can possibly use it specially again. And if that happens, it will be game over for Steel Edge.
That's what I did the first time. Oh wait, I can't do that.
So he's used Sunwalker's Revival there, it's already there. He's shuffling back,
What the hell's the other one?
I would say 2 Pyro Squires.
Squire and a...
Oh, he's putting back a Pyro Squire and a Blackfire Bronco.
So is yours.
Yeah, I got like
Interesting. He's only got 3 cards left in the Life Gambler deck. Meanwhile, the Steel Edge probably have a bit more. I'm not sure how many though.
Exactly. So...
No, he only got 3 cards left in hand. He's rolled a 2. He's thinking about playing the Apex.
I'm going to tell you, if you attack the wrong one...
He has got 14 health. Keep in mind, Steel Edge, they could take a full frontal assault on the next turn, and they would only go down to 11 health points, which is very manageable. And considering this is late game now...
attack the wrong one of those 2 with that guy, then you will lose him and your hand next turn.
Man, this is a tough situation. Do they just let the health points come in? I suppose I would let the health points.
Yeah.
Because really, it's not a big deal. and then you wouldn't have to worry about Gemini absolutely destroying you or possibly making you discard your hand again, which you cannot allow, especially twice in a
I'm
game.
gonna sit.
You're gonna sit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to pass. That was the right move.
We're gonna.
He's going to refill his hand.
You actually made the right decision.
Thank you.
Life Gamblers roll a 6. Okay, so they've played 3 monsters. That was the gamble you took.
This is his last turn. It's gonna be your turn.
Yeah.
But yes.
So we just hit him for 3. Yeah. Steel Edge. Yeah, if they're 11 health, that was the right thing to do, though. They've rolled a 5. They could do a few things here.
No, thank you.
But the real question is, what are they going to do?
So this is his last turn, right?
It is.
Yes. Right, and he's on 2,000.
Yes, so he's just suggesting that he's telling about the Gemini being on 2,050, the Life Gambler Superior Ace is at 2,000, and the Blackfire Bronco is at 900.
You have regeneration, don't you? In the deck.
No. Don't think so.
Oh.
Not sure.
Sunwalkers, I don't... So Steel Edge is going to play a Blackfire Bronco, and he's going to play anything else? He's playing a Pyro Squire, is that? Yeah, okay.
Interesting choice. Oh, you're just gonna do fodder.
And it looks like he might.
Fodder.
Is he?
Playing-
He might do it.
Outlast
I-
that Gemini.
That's very risky, though.
Alan, my turn.
Okay, so we just end his move there.
Yeah, right.
You come up now.
Okay, so that Impervious Gemini is now gone.
Okay, cool.
Goes back to Life Gamblers. They've rolled a 4. Not too bad. So he has his own Pyro Squire.
And I'll have Blackfire Bronco. Attack Pyro Squire.
Sunwalker's Sacrifice. He's going to send one Sunwalker from his deck to his Perish Pile.
Yes, I do.
Okay, wow. Okay, good.
Yes, I do.
Alright, so you gain 2
Flames.
health.
Yes.
You gain 2 health.
2 health. And he is gone.
Yeah, so he just sends that Pyro Squire
Might as well.
to the Perish Pile. Gaining 2 health points, though, so that is good. Although at the end of the game,
Wait, alright.
you really do need those monsters.
You sent that one to the Perish
No.
You're taking off like, what?
So Steel Edge rolls a 5. Here we go. He's making way for something. Is he going to bring it out?
And I get to draw. Okay. Okay.
Game time.
Game time.
So he's got this predicament here.
So,
He's played the Pyro Squire, he's played the Blackfire Bronco. Is he gonna bring out that Blitz Kaiser? Oh, he is! Alright, here we go. Last synergy, Steel Edge.
I'm gonna
He's gonna use it specially since he has 15 synergies in play. It loses its time, which means it'll stick around until it actually perishes due to conflict, or as you know, it just will not perish due to its own timer. It's now a problem.
So
So what are they gonna do here?
I'm gonna attack once with everyone. So
Okay, so he's gonna attack once with every single card, that means he must be trying to go 1 for 1 for every card. So the Squires look like they're gonna go, and the Blackfire Broncos look like they're gonna go against each other, and that'll just leave the Superior Ace and the Blitz Kaiser. Yep, alright, they're gone.
Thing is, like, come out.
Oh, I accidentally picked up the Superior Ace.
No? Yeah?
With these guys,
Yep, there it is.
I'll use Gambler Protection.
Oh, he's got his Gambler Protection. What this does is when his Life Gambler is attacked, the enemy has to either let the turn end immediately or discard 2 cards and both monsters perish, and the Steel Edge can't afford to lose their Apex.
Or you discard.
So it looks like he's just going to end his turn. I would do it. I would just end the turn.
Yeah, I'll end the turn.
Yeah, he ended the turn.
Yeah.
Goes back to Life Gamblers. Last card drawn for Life Gamblers. No cards left in the deck.
Wow, this has been pretty.
It's getting
This has been pretty
close.
good.
There's about, what, 5 cards in the Sunwalker Steel Edge? And I'd say about the same for the Life Gamblers. 5 cards left. What can they do with it?
Oh.
Life Gamblers still have 3 synergies left, though. This isn't looking good for Steel Edge. He's rolled a 2, so we can only play 2 or below. He's played a Pyro Squire, which is a class 1.
It's annoying. Well, you're gonna hate this.
What's he done?
What are you gonna do?
So he's going to play...
Card. Life Gambler Wild Joker.
He's playing Life Gambler Wild Joker. It's a synergy. Just handing it off. What it does is when you have 5 life gambles in your perish pile, you can play up to any monster from either player's perish piles and against 500 power until the end of the game. Until it perishes, I think it actually might be. No, I think that's until the end of the game. Apologies.
Okay. So.
What's he going to bring back?
Okay. But who you?
Oh no. Wait, Blackjack Dragon? Because he could go for the Blitz Magnums and the Steel Edge, and that would easily get him enough to kill that Blitz Kaiser. But the guy still has 5 cards left in hand. Keep in mind, that Superior Ace is still at 2,000 points. Blitz Kaiser's at 4,000. He's bringing back Impervious Gemini. Its specialty will activate and it will halve the power of that Blitz Kaiser, so it's now 2,000 points. And should that Blitz Kaiser now go down, Steel Edge will discard their hand, and that'll be it. The complete and utter. It'll be over.
I do not. But I do have.
Okay, well, I don't think I'll smug you, but alright. I'll go Impervious Gemini to attack.
So Impervious Gemini, he's got a Savage Dual Shield, blocks the attack and ends the turn.
Yeah. So
That Gemini has now 3 turns left. But the fact that that Gemini is still there means he has to get rid of it. Although his power has already been reduced to 2,000 points, so now that Blitz Kaiser is highly vulnerable. It can still attack, of course, but if it does attack twice, it'll go down to 1,500.
Because he's at 2,000.
So we've got 2,000 Superior Race, 2,050. Yeah, this isn't good.
Wait, 2,020, 2550.
Yeah, he's just confirming which cards are at that power level. Pyro Squire's at 200. Superior Race is at 2,000. And the Impervious Gemini is 2,050. Which means it is enough to take down that Blitz Kaiser. Just had a little interruption there. Yeah, they're just discussing.
Even if I do the same thing, you're just going to get rid of him next turn.
Looks like Steel Edge is trying to work through what he could possibly do.
So it's you won.
Oh my, he's just conceded. He realizes he couldn't beat it because he has no cards left to power up anything. Oh no. They just...
me knowing that I could have brought him out, but decided to do something else. I thought,
Wow. So he didn't have enough to take down that 2,000. It was only 50 points. 50 points to separate him from the win.
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
That was it.
GG though, that was well.
And that's game over. They shake hands.
I thought it would be over a lot quicker.
Oh, this has been quite an amazing match. If you would please subscribe and follow us at MonTac Cards on Instagram and MonTac TCG on YouTube. Thank you for watching. This has been Tom. Have a great day.